Hey, this is Wileen Benson, and you are on the Daily Gratitude Call, where we start every day in gratitude. Gratitude is the highest energy state that we can be in. It creates a frequency of positive vibration that attracts positive experiences into our lives. Hey everybody, this is Wileen Benson. This is our Daily Gratitude Call. I'm super excited to be on our call today. Grateful for just a few people today. It's Friday. Maybe there's some people that are taking an early weekend on the Daily Gratitude Call. Today we're going to focus on gratitude for distraction. And I'm going to set the timer for 90 seconds, and we're going to have a private silent meditation on gratitude for distraction. And we'll see what comes up. So gratitude for distraction, just writing down whatever your personal inspiration on that for 90 seconds. Begin. All right. Let's see. Finish this thought. All right. I'm really grateful for distractions. I consider any distraction a pattern interrupt. A lot of times we get in a rut, or we're kind of moving forward so fast that we're, not even aware of maybe the debris or the casualties that are happening behind us as we're moving forward. I had the gift of, over the last couple of days, of having some feedback given to me from a friend. And it was a really great opportunity for me to get back centered. I realized that there were some ways that I was living in counterfeit with regard to relationships, and where I was possibly using people rather than creating together. And even it was hard for me to admit this yesterday as I was looking at it, but I can, now that I've kind of gotten through it, I can look back at it and say I felt like I was better than some people in ways. And I'm just really grateful for that pattern interrupt, that distraction, that it's been 2 days that I've been kind of focused on this feedback that I received. And so I gave really 2 days to this. But it was a different kind of energy than what normally, if you get feedback from somebody and you consider it criticism, a lot of times that can throw us, for like 2 days, 2 weeks, 2 years, for a lifetime, if we see it as criticism and just, don't learn from it. But I'm really grateful for it, and was able to kind of separate what was true and what needed to be fixed, where I was living in counterfeit and, according to some limiting beliefs. And then also there were some specific things of the feedback that I thought, you know what, it's not true. This feedback is just a distraction. And if I tried to align myself with the suggestions, I would be out of alignment. It would diminish me. I would not be the powerful person that I am if I tried to be like everybody else. So super, super grateful for that clarity. And it all came, because of a pattern interrupt in the form of, a distraction. So thank you. Who else would like to share?
For me, the thing I thought of was how grateful I am for the distraction that saved my sister and my life. Sometimes distractions can save lives. We were sitting at a light. This was years ago, and that was before the lights were delayed. But the signal, the street, the stoplight. We were sitting there talking. We were distracted, and the light had changed, but we were distracted and kept talking. And then finally, I went. But right before, if we had not been distracted, and I had gone when the light turned green, we would have been broadsided by a car going faster than the speed limits. So, I just, I remember, I don't know why I thought of that, but I thought that distractions can save your life in many ways, I guess. But that particular memory came to mind.
I love that. God guided distraction. God made distraction.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Perfect. I feel like that's true in a lot of cases. Sometimes we even curse the distraction, like, dang it, I turned up the wrong street. It might have saved our life. We never know. Thank you.
Yeah. I've had that too.
Thank you. Who else has something they'd like to share?
This is Rachel. I'm not quite sure how to put it into words, but
okay.
I just saw a split brain. So my brain has been able is trying to recognize and see clearly truth from error. So I feel like the things that are not true have been a really big distraction, but my brain is learning to trust the intuition, trust the truth, and really split the two and just disregard the distractions. It just really focus on the truth. So, yeah.
Beautiful. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Trust, I think, is a big, huge part of this subject that we're talking about today. We can, a lot of times, we hear, just put up your bubble, set up sentinels that it doesn't allow things in. But the truth is that if we set up a bubble, if we put up sentinels, we might miss something that's really important too, that we judge to be bad. So it's good, I think, to have the belief that we can split our brains, that we can allow ourselves to have that gift of discernment, of knowing the difference between truth and error. That if something comes in and it feels good, that we can allow it in, we can let it sit, we can put the seed in our heart and, kind of test it out like I was doing over the last couple of days. I let it all in. I'm like, yeah, give me this feedback. Let me just, mull it all over. Let's ponder it. Let's, ask God what's true and what's not. I trust myself to be able to see the difference between truth and error. That's a powerful gift. And really, you have to be able to trust yourself. That's a higher level of thinking. Thanks, Rachel. Anybody else has something they would like to share? All right, well, let's go ahead and shift over to our permission process. Let's go ahead and take a deep breath. And for in this moment, let's actually minimize the distractions by inviting you to envision yourself in a clearing where you can feel just a gentle sunlight streaming down on top of your head and shoulders. Just sitting in the middle of this field, soft grass around you. and everything is peaceful, quiet, just a clean space to ask and receive with no distraction. And the question I have for you is, what is my blind spot? What have I not been able to see that in this clearing with this gentle sunlight where nothing can touch me, nothing is, it's completely safe. What is the one thing that I need to know that I've not been willing to see before? And as you breathe in, I invite you to let go of anything that your brain might know or you think you know. Allow your consciousness to go down into your heart and listen from that space. And just allowing your awareness to expand beyond just your own personal self to encompass this whole clearing area, or maybe it's a white room, whatever feels right for you. And to feel the safety of it, the confidence that anything is possible in this space, and that all that you're surrounded with is love, unconditional love from your Heavenly Father and the light of Christ being there to help you discern what's truth. And if it serves you, cast out any darkness so that all that remains is just light, love, confidence, trust, faith, hope, gratitude. Just fill this space up with all of those high vibration feelings. Eliminate any distractions that would take away from that space. And again, what is something that you have not been willing to look at before, or not known, it's been completely blind to you, that in this safe space you are willing to address, that you're willing to listen and learn and see it for what it is. To let go of the perceptions, to let go of what you have made it to be in the past, and just see it for what it is. And in this space of discovery, what is the limiting belief coming up for you right now about fully embracing and understanding this, whatever it is, this new concept that you're just seeing for the first time? What's your limiting belief? And as you look at that limiting belief, what is the cost of it? Every limiting belief comes with a cost, with an outcome or a result. What does that limiting belief produce? And do you like it? Is it serving you? Do you want to keep it? And if you don't want to keep that limiting belief because you don't like the cost that it is producing, you can give yourself permission in this clean, clear, creative space to create something different. So if you're ready to create something different, say yes.
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 Awesome. And then fill this space up with new beliefs, new truths, new thoughts that resonate with this clean, clear space of gratitude, love, charity, confidence, peace. What are the new beliefs that are going to support you in this new understanding of what you hadn't been willing to look at before, and that will give you confidence and gratitude for this new knowing, this new clarity? And with these new beliefs and being in this space completely filled up with having this space all filled up with these new beliefs and all of these good, positive feelings, what is the one most important thing that you could do today to start gathering evidence of the truth of this new concept, to start pondering and learning more about it so that you can really understand it and embrace it for to use to your advantage? What is the one most important thing? What is your inspired shortcut for gathering the knowledge that will allow you to embrace this new information and make it part of you and understand it fully? In a moment, I'm going to open it up for some shares today. And I also want to invite anyone, if you're struggling in any way, or if you just feel like you would like to connect with me and just kind of get my take on something, I would love to do that. All you have to do is just go to askwylene.com. That takes you to my calendar, and you can schedule a 15-minute call with me. Askwylene.com. It's a 15-minute call, free, and just an opportunity to get another perspective, an outside perspective of something that you're experiencing. Who would like to share something about what they learned today? I just want to share, I'm super grateful for the ability to use my imagination to take myself to a really clean, clear space. A lot of times in the work of life, the daily whatever chatter, it's hard to be clear. And I'm really grateful that I have that opportunity and that ability to be able to use my imagination to take me to a really clear space. I was reading in a book last night, and it was talking about matter and how everything is matter, everything is energy, and even imagination. That when we imagine something, when we create something in our imagination, there is a blueprint, there's like a footprint that is left. There's evidence of that somewhere in the universe, in some sort of alternative reality or something, that there's a footprint that is left. It's an actual thing, tangible thing that is known and felt and can be traced throughout the universe. And it was a new concept for me to consider, and I'm just really grateful to have sort of a tangible evidence of something that I've learned in the past, because we've all heard about like the law of attraction and how what you think about, what you put emotion behind, it attracts, and that everything is energy. But something about the way that I read that last night just really anchored that thought in. It was like, oh, I can actually put this, kind of connect the dots on how that is. That every word I speak, every gesture I make, every thought that I think, every imagination, that I create is an actual thing that creates a mark that can be traced back in some way throughout the universe. Just a really cool concept. Any other thoughts you'd like to share?
I'll share.
Thanks, Rachel.
It's kind of personal, but I don't mind sharing. I feel good about it. And I was in the middle of this field with just the sun and the wheatgrass when you were going through the meditation. And nothing else around me, but I had a hard time getting into those positive emotions. And what happened is I am pregnant right now, and I have a little girl, and she came to me in the field, and the limiting belief that came up was I'm not a good enough mother. So I found that it was really special that she came.
Beautiful.
And she really just showed me my divine self. So my new beliefs are: I'm a divinely gifted mother. I am enough, and I am a worthy, willing mother. I see my children's hearts. I understand them. They feel loved by me, and I have pure love for them.
Wow, beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing,
That was,
Rachel. That was super emotional for me too.
you're welcome.
Oh, thank you. Any other thoughts?
Yes, I'm so glad you shared, Rachel, because this was a tough one for me. I don't know why, but those blind spots, they want to stay hidden.
Mm.
And I think that all I know is that my new beliefs were: I am enough, and I am humble and teachable, and I sometimes am guarded, and but I know that. I don't think that's a blind spot, but I guess there's more to it that will surface. Trusting my feelings, trusting that I can share. Because if you don't, it just, if you don't open the lid at a certain time, then it's just going to create limiting beliefs and pressure. Or I just think you got to trust that whoever you are that you need to talk to, or whatever the process is, trust the other person and let them in. And that's just kind of what I got.
Beautiful. Thank you. I have a couple of things I'd like to share that hopefully will add to what you have shared. When you said I'm guarded, my vision was a troop of warriors around that field outside of that bubble that were guarding you. And that you don't have to be the one to be guarded, that you are guarded.
Wow. Thanks, Wileen.
That is beautiful.
Oh, and there was something else I wanted to share, but apparently it wasn't as important as that because I can't remember what it was. So thank you. I love you guys. I'm so grateful for this call that we do every morning. It's such a powerful place of growth for me, and I know for so many of you because of what you shared with me privately and on the call. Just super grateful that we have this. This is that field, isn't it? This is a guarded space where we can share personal things. Congratulations, Rachel, on being pregnant. I'm so grateful that you had that experience today. So grateful that you were on the call today and shared that.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, and Mary too. Well, any last thoughts before we end our call today? All right. Well, thank you, everyone. Today's Friday, so we won't be on the call Saturday and Sunday. I encourage you to continue your gratitude practice and your daily GPS throughout the weekend. Love hearing about your experiences on the Facebook group Breakthrough with Gratitude. So we'd love to have you join there. I also am starting a new group that I've been so busy doing other things, I haven't been able to really promote it yet, but I am starting a public group I have a private group called the Lord's Way to Wealth Mastermind, and I'm starting a new Facebook group, the Lord's Way to Wealth. So it's not the mastermind. We have a separate group that's, for people who have, it's a paid mastermind, but a public group where we can share thoughts on living your purpose and being financially abundant, to be able to experience wealth while living your purpose. And so I'd love to invite all of you to find that and join it. If you go to my business page, not my personal page, but my business page, Wileen Benson, I think it's author, mentor, speaker, or something like that. It's a group that was formed under my business page. So you can find it there. It's public. Anybody can join. and excited for what we get to create there. Will be specifically, geared towards purpose and being financially free while doing that, while living your purpose. Thank you for joining today. We'll look forward to getting back on Monday morning, being together once again to create some awesomeness. And we'll talk to you soon. Thank you.
Thank you. Love you, Wileen. Thank you.
Love you guys. Thank you.
Love you, Wileen.
Love you. Hey, thanks so much for listening. And I encourage you to tune in every day to the Daily Gratitude Call. And the Daily Gratitude Call happens live every weekday morning. I'd love to have you join. So to find out how to join live, go to my website, WileenBenson.com. Thanks for tuning in.